happened, everybody?
Hello.
Do your intro.
I slurred a little bit. Not slurred. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, yeah, I slurred my
Yeah,
words.
you slowed your speech.
Yeah, I didn't say racial slur.
I racially slurred a little
I
bit,
racially
sorry.
slurred a word.
We're doing that again, or we just keep roll?
That's the thumbnail right there. That's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail.
Alright. Are you going to introduce us, or?
Huh?
Do you introduce us, or?
Yeah.
You genuinely need to know.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not a shit show.
I will. Alright. What's happening, everybody? Did I slur again?
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
It's fine.
You sounded fine the first time.
Oh. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I think it is.
Alright. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, Sam, Marcus,
Hello.
as you saw in the last few videos. Today, our top 10 best riffs of all time.
Personal picks.
Personal picks.
Personal
Subjective.
favourites.
This is not what we think is the best riff. What we think are the best riffs of all time.
Just our favourites.
This is our top 10 favorites of all time. So, what was your process in picking your top 10?
Literally just scouring everything I have saved on Spotify, just whatever came to mind when it comes to like riffs that just stand out.
Yeah.
Like just sometimes like riffs that kind of like make the song what it is and like why I keep going back to that song. But sometimes it was literally just the process of like searching through my music and then just like, holy shit, I didn't realize how good this riff was.
Yeah.
That was pretty much like the process for me.
Yeah, Marcus.
It was, so I kind of went through all my Spotify playlists and through my, I've got a list of, my favourite albums of all time, or just, roughly my favourite albums. There's about, 40 of them, so I was just kind of going through those. And then it was, I picked some out that were just, just so heavy and just, you just want to, bang your head and punch your wall kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then there was some that had a little bit more, were a bit kind of nostalgic, when I started getting to heavier music around, year 8, year 9, there was a couple of riffs from music I heard back then. And then a couple of just not as much heavy, but just groovy and just... So I kind of picked just a combination of different ones. Some of them had, more personal, meaning, and some of them were just heavy.
Yeah.
That I just love, that I could just listen to, on loops, so...
Yeah.
Very, very difficult to pick them, though.
Oh,
Very
100%.
difficult.
I've been, this whole week, I've been looking at my list, where's this right? And I'm just looking through my library constantly, every day. Maybe a new riff will come up that I forgot about to put in my list. But my process was sort of a bit of both of you guys, but another thing that I thought of was what riffs I enjoy playing on the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
So,
sure.
When I pick up a guitar, what are the first riffs that come to mind? So some of these riffs in here are to do with that. I just enjoy playing them a lot. So, yeah, let's start off, without further ado, with our honourable mentions.
Yeah. We go this way.
Yeah, we'll start with Marcus and
Alright.
with me.
Let me get my list up.
Yep.
Alright. Dream Theater Shattered Fortress. The opening riff.
Yes.
The way it fades in, and then you got the keys in that, one of those just, gets you hyped and just, so groovy and just...
Yeah.
that was my Dream Theater pick. There were definitely many that I was considering.
Yeah.
I also have Devin Townsend's Singularity. Robot Amasa, The Ballad of John Henry.
Mm-hmm.
That was... love that song as a kid.
Yep.
Heard that one live as well. Infant Annihilator. I have to find the song name because it's 20 words. Here we go. The Kingdom Seteth, Lonely Beneath Thine Hollowed Heavens. That's it. Okay.
It's not like
I just had to wait for
it's not like a
the name to
Nile
scroll.
subtitle.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then Arch Echo in my head sometimes. Arch Echo is like a prog band.
Yeah.
Alright,
By the way, I
Sam.
should preface, each of us have 5 honourable mentions. So, Sam, you're 5.
Okay, so no order for these.
No.
Nail Bomb, Cockroaches. Just the main riff of that.
You know, I almost had Wasting Away on my list.
Yeah. I was tempted to put Cockroaches on the main list. It's just like a very... It's heavy, groovy, and it's just like very like anthemic sounding.
Yeah.
That's like the main way
Yeah.
I'd describe it. Gojira, it was hard to pick the best Gojira riff. 'Cause, like, some of the best riff writers in metal, without a
100%.
doubt. But
100%.
I picked from Master Sirius, Where Dragons Dwell, just the opening riff of that.
Oh,
Just like, it's like long and like complex, heavy, it's like everything. It's just like, it just sounds like, it's just like that Gojira sound. It's just
so
such
distinctive.
a brilliant riff.
Yeah.
Okay, Dream Theater, The Glass Prison, the first riff. Just like
Of
the
course.
fucking, with like the wah pedal at the end, just like, just opens up like this like epic fucking song. It's just, great riff. Also hard to pick a favourite. Dream Theater riff as well.
Oh, yeah.
Crowbar, To Carry the Load, the outro riff of it.
I've
Where it
never-
kind of like just like descends into like just like mayhem, just like, and it has like these weird like effects going on at like the end of like each part. I don't know like how to
You
describe
have to
it.
show me that one after.
It's a fucking awesome riff. And this is a random one. I was tempted to put this on the actual list, but I'm going with Linkin Park, Paper Cut.
Oh, yeah.
It's just sounds like a super like fun riff, just like by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
It is. Fuck yeah, those are good picks. Alright, my 5. No order. I've got Necrophagus, Stab Wound.
Yeah.
The intro
Oh
riff.
man, that was
Very good.
so close for me to
Yeah.
be on the list.
Yeah, man. What a fucking riff.
Mm.
What a fucking riff. Like that, all that nearly cut into my top 10, but just, oh my god. So complex, but so groovy at the same time. I don't know how the fuck they pulled it off, but they did. Underrated fucking band,
Yeah,
I'd say.
for sure.
My next one, Hourglass by Lamb of God. The vomit riff, as they call it. Because Mark Morton said in an interview that when Willie Adler came up with that riff, he felt like throwing up because it was so complex. Anyway, third one, Unsilent Death by Nails. The intro riff. Oh my god. I fucking love Nails. That's also another band where it's so hard to pick a riff from because their whole discography is just
I think
riffage.
I was considering picking that riff as
Yeah.
well.
Number 4, My Ass Is on Fire by Mr. Bungle.
Yeah.
I had to include this riff.
Yeah.
First time I heard it was when I saw him live last year, and as soon as that intro came in, I was like, "What the fuck is this? What am I getting into right now?" And then the main verse riff, oh my god, so good. And then my last one is Outshined by Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. Bad Motorfinger is one of my favorite, like, rock albums of all time.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's get into the top 10.
Alright.
I'm so excited to hear your picks, to be honest.
Alright. My number 10, I don't think either of you guys have heard it, is Manifesto by Pomegranate Tiger.
I have heard this.
The tapping it's one of my favorite like tapping licks ever. It's so cool. I love the guitar tones, the syncopation of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's something I heard back in like probably year 9 or something. I was kind of in a phase of that like instrumental prog stuff.
Yep.
Like bands like Pomegranate Tiger, Pliny, Intervals,
Yeah.
Polyphia, Arch Echo, all those bands, and like that one was just like I'll go back to that song so much for that riff and that tapping section.
Yeah.
Love it. So yeah, that is my top 10. No, that is my.
That was not.
That
the
is my
top.
10. My whole list is one song.
Okay. The number 10 spot for me is Bolt Thrower, The Kill Chain, the main riff of that. I'm guessing you've heard it?
Yep.
I haven't heard
I'll
it.
show you this. You gotta hear this fucking riff. Oh, you,
Let's hear this
you
fucking
kids,
riff.
you kids with your fucking deathcore. So Bolt Thrower, The Kill Chain, just fucking heavy, like chugging riff, and it just like
Is it?
it just sound. I don't know. It's not chugging. It's not chugging. It's not
I'm
chugging.
fucking with you.
It's not chugging.
I'm kidding.
Like people have described it as like it just sounds like tanks like going across like a battlefield. It just sounds like something very, very like heavy, just like moving and like stomping and marching.
Yeah.
Like marching, that's like the way I'd describe that.
Yeah.
riff.
I can see that.
It does sound like that, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Bolt Thrower, just amazing riff writers, and I had to
100%.
like they couldn't miss out on the list. I had to pick one of them.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, my number 10 spot is by a little band called Gojira,
Yeah.
Toxic Garbage Island,
Nice.
off of The Way of All Flesh.
Yeah.
The any riff of that fucking song, honestly, I could have put as my number 10 spot, but I chose the very first riff.
Yeah.
So, and then the pinch harmonic part.
Yeah.
Another riff that I saw live, and it was just, as soon as the song started, Joe Duplantier walked on stage, spat a fucking shit ton of water out of his mouth into the crowd, and started playing it, and I was like, this is the most badass fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And yeah, my neck was sore the next day, to say the least.
I was debating that one as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, any riff off that album
Yeah.
was just like on my mind.
For Gojira, it was either that one or I'd say the intro riff to Ocean Planet.
Which one's that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one. But yeah, that's another riff. Toxic Garbage Island is like, I always play that riff.
Mm.
Like if I feel like playing a Gojira riff, first riff that comes to my head is that one, and then I play that. So that's my number 10, Toxic Garbage Island, Gojira.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Number 9s.
Number 9s.
All right. Pretty generic, but
Mhm.
Lamb of God laid to rest.
Yeah.
Nice.
I heard it for the first time in a little while a few days ago, and I was like, I
So
just
good.
remembered how much I fucking love that riff.
Yeah.
So good. And the breakdown as well is phenomenal. It's just, yeah. Like, and that album is amazing. That whole album, again, is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm spewing I didn't go watch them last year when they came to Australia.
Yeah.
But yeah. Goes without saying, incredibly groovy and heavy.
Absolute
Pinch
classic.
harmonics.
Absolute classic.
Can't go wrong.
Okay, my number 9 spot, Cryptopsy, Slit Your Guts, riff
Okay.
at 1 minute 28. So Slit Your Guts, just like one of like many riffs that like in this massive riff fest of an album. It was hard to pick one of them. I had to pick one like Just super heavy, super groovy. Just
Mm-hmm.
love it.
Yeah.
Had to pick it.
All right. My number 9. This is a band that I think we all have on this list. Opeth.
Yes.
Inevitable.
The song Blackwater Park.
Which riff?
Which riff, you might ask?
There's so many fucking riffs.
I know.
This one.
Yeah.
I feel like you might have that on your list as well. I have a tingly feeling.
I mean, dude, like,
Opeth is like inevitably on the list.
Yeah.
Like all of us.
like, need I say more? Honestly, Blackwater Park, absolute classic metal album. 10 out of 10 album, I might add.
Yeah.
Fucking, what a closer! What a
Perfect.
Mark Eichfeld thinks that song's overrated.
closer! Yeah, I saw that.
Did he,
I-
did he
yeah,
say that?
He
Yeah.
did say that.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't see it personally. I love that. That's like one of my
Well, maybe
favorite
just
songs
got
on that
like
album.
sick of playing it or something.
Oh well, yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
a fan favorite, so I can
His
see.
fucking song is pick.
Yeah, I can see why it would get a bit repetitive for him playing it every night. But man, what a fucking closer! What an album! What a song!
What
What
a
a
band.
riff!
What a band.
What a fucking band!
What a mustache.
Yeah, what a mustache! Yeah, number
Swedish.
9, Blackwater Park, Opeth.
Number 8, Gojira. It was too hard to like. It was so hard to pick. I ended up going with Silvera.
Yeah.
Classic riff. I was debating that or there's a few songs of from Master Series like Into the Wilderness or the Wilderness Into the Wilderness or the Wilderness
I think it's Into the Wilderness.
Into the Wilderness,
I think.
like Flying Whales, Heaviest Matter of the Universe, and then just about every song off The Way of All Flesh. Too many picks, so I was like, it's gotta be Silvera.
Yeah.
Gotta pick that one.
Amazing,
Yeah.
classic riff.
My
I
dad
don't
loves that riff.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I've said amazing, but yeah, fucking good riff. Good pick.
Thank you.
It's my number 8 band is one that Jaden mentioned in his honorable mentions. Mailman by Soundgarden. The main riff.
Man,
Haven't heard it.
Groovy.
fuck, dude.
Okay.
What a riff.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah, so Mailman, just groovy riff. Just Soundgarden had a lot of good riffs. Had to pick one of them.
Yep.
A few of them were close to being the one that I picked, but this one's just really solid.
Yeah,
Mm.
that album as well is
Yeah,
just
riff fest.
full of riffs. In my personal opinion, their best riffs come out of Bad Motorfinger. Their heaviest riffs. But deep cuts like Mailman, 4th of July, off
Yeah.
of Super Unknown, like,
Like 4th of July is very, very heavy.
it's their heaviest
Very,
riff.
it's like very, very doomy sounding.
It's their heaviest riff by far. It's in like drop G.
Yeah.
For a grunge band, crazy.
That's pretty heavy.
Unheard of. My number 8 is a band that I don't think I've mentioned. Maybe I have. I don't remember. Band from the UK. Sludge metal band. They're called Pigs. Pigs.
Heard of them?
I've never heard of them.
Pig 7 for short.
Big
The
sound.
song is Big Rig. So this album, Land of Sleeper, the way I found out about this band was this album came out on my birthday in 2023, I believe, and I I don't know, it was my birthday, and then all of a sudden I was looking through Apple Music. Let's see the new releases for today. It was a Friday, I remember. And then this album came up, and I was just intrigued by the name.
Yeah.
Pigs. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Put it on, played Big Rig, and I was like, I've got to listen to this whole album right now.
Yeah.
Played it, fell in love with it. I mean, that riff is just so groovy and just so slow and just so heavy, and then it gets slower at the end of the song.
Oh, does it?
Should have pointed out to that.
Yeah, I should have pointed that out before, but fuck. It just, yeah, my face hurts.
I fucking love it when bands do that.
Yeah.
Just the riff comes back slower.
Yeah, it's so good. Anyway, that's my number 8, Big Rig. Pigs, 7.
Alright, number 7 for me is Tendinitis by Jason Richardson. Probably like one of the hardest riffs to play on guitar of any song in his on any instrument for that matter. Like the most insane, fast, technical, like all over the place riff that I've like tried to learn for years.
Yeah.
And it's just the speed is just like ungodly, and it's just the whole song is just this like minute of like orchestral like build up, and then when the riff kicks in, it's like one of the most, with the double bass, most intense just walls of sound, with this just like really dark harmonic minor sound. And like I remember hearing that in year 9 because I was going to the Drum Tuesday guitar camp, and I heard Jason Richardson was on the thing, and I thought, oh, I've never heard of this guy. So my dad's like, oh, check out this song. And I heard it, I thought, this is like way too ridiculous and heavy, like this is too much. And then like a few months later, I started listening to it again. I was like, actually, this is just like, I love this. So it was like my favorite song for a couple of years. Yeah, insane riff.
So my number 7 pick, Porcupine Tree.
Ooh.
This is the title track for Fear of a Blank Planet. The riff at 5 minutes and 5 seconds. Yeah, so Porcupine Tree, they're just amazing riff writers, and this is just one of many, just very, very groovy and well-made riffs off of this album and just the rest of their discography.
Yeah.
There's a few that like I thought of choosing, but just this one's just solid.
Yeah.
Nothing to complain about.
Yeah, I mean, Stephen Wilson's a fucking genius. Just genius, songwriter, producer as well.
That's for sure.
Man. Yeah, Blackwater
Literally
Park.
produce all their best albums.
Yeah.
And Deliverance.
We aren't starting the debate yet.
No, I do love Deliverance, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just the production's a bit. There you go. The fuck?
By the way, I also must preface, this video is not sponsored by Yeti.
Actually, it isn't. Yeah, you probably should.
It isn't.
But
It's
we're
not
just
sponsored
twisting
by
it so the
It's
logo is in view the whole time.
Yeah, it just happened. Yeah. That could also be the thumbnail.
Such a good water bottle.
They're so good. This is not paid, but I would recommend these.
Look
water
how good
bottles.
it is. The lid just comes off.
I would insist that everybody go out and buy one of these.
It's worth the
for
fucking
themselves and for their dog, for their
We don't
cat,
get
for
any
their
money from
goldfish.
this.
No, we're not
Everybody.
getting paid. But
For your
Yeti,
neighbour that you hate.
I don't own stocks in Yeti.
if you want to sponsor us, please,
Just
feel
fucking
free.
do it.
Please.
Reach out.
We're going broke.
We're desperate.
We need some money.
I just want more water bottles. That's all it is. I don't care about the money.
I just need my lid replaced. Man. Like this.
I just want.
Not a good quality product. Step up the game, Yeti.
No, my number 7 is by one of my favorite bands of all time, Death. The album is symbolic. The song is symbolic. I first found out about Death when I was in primary school. I listened to Spirit Crusher for the first time, and I was floored by not only the riffs, that came out from Chuck and the rest of the band, but Chuck's voice. I mean, what a fucking vocalist. One of the best metal vocalists I've ever lived. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But, man, Symbolic is like a top 10 album in general for me. Like, hands down. And that riff has always stuck to me. I always play that riff on the guitar as well. That's like, whenever someone mentions death and I want to play a song by them on the guitar, that's the riff I play. And
Rest in peace.
rest in peace, Charlie.
Legend.
It's a
Fuck the American healthcare system.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
it is a fucking shame.
Yeah, right.
I would have loved to have seen where Death would have gone to after that,
Yeah.
and also Control Denied. Like,
Because I think he ended Death after. It was meant to end on Symbolic.
oh, well, yeah,
That's why Prenual Quest is like so goddamn emotional.
Yeah.
Like, that was meant to be the ending.
yeah,
They came back for Sound of Perseverance. It was like one of those rare times where it's like, thank God that like this studio's just forced them to come back, because then they made like one of the best like death / like prog albums fucking ever.
yeah,
Unbelievable album.
And yeah, he would have just kept going with like Control Denied or whatever, but yeah, he was
yeah.
died so young,
Oh.
early 30s.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like, fuck. Perennial Quest as well. It's another song. Like, man, that song makes me cry every time I listen to it. Literally every time.
I've almost done it's like a moment of clarity for me, like voice of the soul.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Anyway, number 7, Symbolic Death. Great band. Rest in peace, Chuck.
Number
Number
6.
6.
How can Kneel by Mouth? I guess without saying, one of those riffs, there's a couple other riffs on this list that are also just Meshuggah ripoffs. No, well, I'll say Meshuggah inspired, because everyone rips off Meshuggah, as we all know. But extremely Meshuggah inspired, low tuned 8-string,
Yeah.
syncopated riff with the kind of, with the odd timing.
Yeah.
The odd time feel. And it's just like, one of those like, I don't even know how to describe the feeling of that it invokes, that riff. It's like kind of the end of the world, just like so just heavy and like and dark and just low, and then it fades out with like then the kind of ambient guitar at the end. Love it. We heard it live last year, and it was like that was like probably the second most I've headbanged, like the second most like brutal headbanging I've ever done into that breakdown. So
Yeah.
that's it for me.
Nice.
Okay. So, first black metal riff on my list. This is from Dark Throne. Quintessence, the main riff. Have you heard this song?
Possibly.
This is like one of those riffs where it just makes the song like what it is. Like it literally just like, that's just what the song is. It's just like based around that whole riff. Super doomy, just like very, very dark sounding. Just, great riff.
Yeah.
That is good.
Good pick. Very good pick. Okay. My number 6 is a childhood band of mine. Little band. Maybe you've heard of them. Slayer.
Never heard of them.
The album.
Kirk Hammett.
The album is Seasons in the Abyss. The song is Seasons in the Abyss. The intro riff. What an album too. Seasons in the Abyss. I was crossing over between Seasons in the Abyss and the intro riff to Bloodline. Bloodline is one of those riffs where it's just so simple but so effective.
Yeah.
It's just. It's just.
I was tempted to put some Slayer on my list.
No Slayer? Wow.
Unfortunately, no.
Wow.
It's a tough list, man.
It is a tough list.
That was a good pick, though.
Thank you. But, yeah. Another riff where I just pick up the guitar and I just want to play a Slayer riff. It's that. Seasons in the Abyss. Or Bloodline. It was one of those two. But, yeah. Seasons in the Abyss. It's just such that whole build-up to the main verse riff. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
like
dun,
it's
dun,
like a 2 minute long build up. It's just so goddamn good.
Fucking hell, it's so heavy and just.
It's just like an epic closer to the album.
Yeah, what a close. Like, Slayer, in my opinion, has, like, one of the best, like, in terms of their whole discography, like, best closers out of any band.
Like Raining Blood.
Raining Blood.
Yeah.
Fuck, Spill the Blood. From South of Heaven, Seasons in the Abyss, Payback. What a fucking band! So glad that they're touring again. Hopefully, they can come here soon. Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss. That's my number 6.
Fucking Slayer.
Fucking Slayer.
Number 5.
Top 5.
Getting serious now.
Alright. Slice the Cake. Ash and Rust, Part 3, The Thorn Thread. Yeah, Slice the Cake. Odyssey to the West, that album is one of my all-time favorite albums. So many good riffs alone from that album I could have picked. And there's such a variety of styles and genre changes in it, and some extremely heavy moments. The vocalist is insane. I think the low growls over the top of that riff adds so much like depth to it. And again, Meshuggah inspired, a very Meshuggah kind of rhythm with the 8-string. I love the guitar tone as well, and it's just one of those riffs where like it makes me just want to like fucking punch a wall. You know what I mean? Just like, you know, you're in the gym and it's just like you just want to scream.
Yeah.
Just so like so much fucking power and energy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Death.
Mm.
We already glazed Chuck. But
Yeah.
I'm going to do more glazing because
Can't glaze enough with that
can't
guy.
glaze enough. This is probably a cliche pick for Death, but The Philosopher, the main riff.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Philosopher, like, it's the same thing. I'm going to say this with, like, other riffs coming up. This just, like, makes the song just, like, what it is. Just
Yeah.
the way, like, it's the way, like, the drums, like, sync with it. The way, like, Chuck just, like, sings over it. It's just so perfect. It's just, like, it's just so iconic in death metal.
Yeah.
It's a great song, great band, great riff. Just had to pick it.
There's a live set. I think it was when they played in LA sometime.
Yeah, I think I've watched
Yeah,
that.
They
We watched that.
started the show with that fucking
Yeah.
song. What an opener to a set as well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, great riff, great pick. And probably my favorite band of all time, Pantera, off the album Far Beyond Driven. This album, this band in general was so hard to pick a riff from because Dimebag is the greatest fucking guitar players I've ever lived. I said it. The song is Slaughtered.
Yeah.
This song Slaughtered is probably a deep cut in terms of their discography. One of my favorites of this album and one of my favorites in general from Pantera. I just think that certain section of the song, Vinny and Dimebag, both rest in peace, but they both complement each other so well. Like the drums, as soon as that part comes in, Vinny starts off with the drums.
Yeah, that's such a cool rhythm.
And then when Dimebag comes in, they just work off each other so well.
Yeah. Like Vinny made like so many goddamn like iconic like double bass patterns.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Like, I think he was like one of the most like influential when it comes to like just like double bass patterns.
100%. 100%. I think the two bands that pioneered the double kick drum technique is Pantera and Fear Factory. I think those two were those were the ones that started it.
And Lars inspired Fear Factory.
Well, yeah.
All because of the one breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what a song, what a riff. Rest in peace, Dimebag, Vinny, fucking legends. Yeah, not much else to say. That's it. That's my number 5 pick.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Opeth like Water Park.
Fuck yeah.
Although I will say, maybe contrary to popular opinion,
the same song on both.
I'm actually going the opening riff.
Yeah.
Ah! Okay.
Just, I love the chord progression and like, it's and with especially with like the lead guitar in the background, it creates such an atmosphere that only can be described as Opeth.
Yeah.
It's just an Opeth atmosphere, and it's the song where it's like I love listening to that song like going on long drives at night. For like if I'm driving up to like Macedon or something. Or wherever at night, you're driving through the forest at night. I have to have that song on.
Yeah.
And every time that intro comes on, even just that like little bit of like reverb that fades in before the riff, it just gives me it gives me chills. Like
I feel
it's just it creates such a unique atmosphere of like it just like at night in the forest, kind of like. Hint of like melancholia, just like
it's just like
perfectly
describes Opeth.
Exactly,
100%.
That riff, and again, as you said, like as a closer for the album as well.
Like the beginning of that song, like that riff, it's just like feels like such like an epic send off, like just such like a monumental album.
Yeah, and and like the more I think about it, later on, I could probably even have that as my second or third on the list.
Yeah.
It would probably climb higher, probably the second, to be honest. But right now it's at 4. But yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Great pick.
Okay. Time for Metallica. It was inevitable.
Yeah.
Some of the best riff writers, like, it can't be denied.
Yeah, James Hetfield.
So goddamn it.
Yeah.
All of them, honestly. They all contributed these iconic riffs. And this one was one of only 3 writing contributions by Jason Newsted, and you already know what riff it is. Blackened.
Yes.
Blackened, just like I had to pick a Metallica riff. This one just like always sticks in my head. It's just like iconic. And like you can't hear Jason on the album, unfortunately, but still, just brilliant riff.
Yeah.
Had to be here.
Yeah, I mean, what an opener too.
I know. Yeah, like just perfect riff to open up.
It's just
such a like monumental, like an influential album to like so many bands. It's like Fear Factory, Opeth, like also like credited that album with like guiding them to where they are now. This is iconic.
Yeah, and the fact that this is the very first song in their discography after the passing of Cliff, it's like as soon as you put on this album, you're into just probably their angriest album in their whole discography.
Besides the one with anger.
Besides Saint Anger. But
and like this follows after like that epic like reverse solo like at the start. That's just such like a chilling and epic intro to the album as well. Like not to get on a side tangent with just like the album like away from the riff, but like this is such a good riff.
It is.
Sounds good on bass as well.
It does.
You listen to bass tracks.
Listening to the isolated bass tracks from Jason, it is just it's unreal. Yeah, great pick. Alright, my number 4 is my only riff that isn't from a metal band. The band is Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
From Led Zeppelin 4, the opening track, Black Dog. Another childhood riff of mine, my guitar teacher, this is like one of the distinctive parts that I remember getting lessons. This is one of the songs that we learned. This is probably like the first sort of riff that I played properly, I guess. So this is like a sentimental song for me. And I just had to pick it. It's just the way that John Bonham and Jimmy Page complement each other on this song as well. Again, drummer and guitar again. Like, just rest in peace, John Bonham. But if you think about it, for the time, it's so like out of the ordinary as well. Like, if you listen to the way the drums were, it's just so simple. Like, and then Jimmy Page is playing it. It's just, I don't know how they came up with it back in the 70s. It's just so unbelievable. Ahead of the time, so influential, such an influential band. Led Zeppelin 4, one of the greatest albums of all time, hands down. That's my number 4.
And the Forbidden Riff is on that album.
Yeah, Stairway to Heaven. Yeah, that's it. It's my number 4. All right. Top three. Top 3.
All right. Now, Meshuggah comes into the conversation.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Kidding. It was so hard to pick one. Like, I could go through all the albums. Like, I was thinking In Death Is Life, Rational Gaze, Blue Nebulous, specifically Blue.
Blue version, yeah.
Like,
All that orange shit.
Demiurge.
I prefer orange nothing.
Break Those Sinews that something gave emotion, and whatever it's called.
I have a feeling
Like, so many. Like Lethargica,
yes.
Obzen.
Yes.
I could just, the list goes on.
Yeah.
I ended up going with Dances.
Yeah.
I had to go with Dances.
Yeah.
And I was debating the opening riff or the ending riff. And honestly, I don't even know. I think I'll just say opening riff for the sake of it. Again, the song itself is a perfect closer for the album. 10 minutes of just straight, just riff after riff, kind of like Blackwater Park.
It's just like so well put together, that song as well.
So, and the way like you have the solo and the final vocal section, and then that ending with just like with Jen's scream, and then the fade out, like that is iconic. But like the opening riff is just one of the most bizarrely constructed guitar riffs.
For sure.
Like the melody is very bizarre.
Yeah.
The rhythm, like all the polymeters, and the flow is so bizarre, but still so groovy.
Yeah.
And it just like this just relentless, just like churning of like, it's like I always think of like some of these Meshuggah riffs as just like, as I don't even know. It's just these like these things in motion. You know, everything is in motion and just constant and just kind of relentless, and that's how it feels. It's just,
Is that on purpose?
Yeah. Totally.
No, I swear to God,
roll me up.
I swear to God, that was not intentional.
Yeah, I don't know how they came up with that riff.
Yeah, it is just. So
I don't know how they did it.
It's just like so alien sounding.
Yeah. It's so abnormal. It's just insane. Insanity is what I consider that.
Meshuggah, crazy in Latin.
Yeah,
there you go.
We've come full
Swedish?
circle.
I thought it was Swedish.
No, it's Latin.
Meshuggah's not Swedish. Like the word. It's in Latin.
Don't mind me.
Okay. Why the fuck are you standing up?
Well, drink my water and put it back. I'm trying to do the sponsorship here. See?
Yeah.
Use code N-word in the chat.
Very ironic considering the next band I'm about to.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Is this Frederick Thornton or is that a side project?
Number 3, Burzum.
Saw that coming.
Oh, yeah.
Dunkelheit, the main riff. just like it's one of the most iconic black metal songs ever, like without a doubt. I think like when it comes to like streams on Spotify, it's like might be number one, or it's like very very close to being number one.
Maybe like Mayhem, like Freezing Moon or something.
Yeah, I think that would be higher actually. But yeah, like just this riff is just like it's very very simple. It's like I feel like someone who's like never played a guitar could just pick this up in like a day or something if they stuck with it long enough. Yeah. But it's just like it's very very hypnotic. It's like Burzum was like one of like say what you want about Burzum, because it's like obviously Varg, very very controversial person. It really doesn't need to be said.
Yeah.
But, like, say what you want about the guy. There's a lot to be said, lot to fault him for, but like he was a really goddamn good musician. Like he knew how to compose a song, and like his influence in black metal just like cannot be denied, especially 100%. Especially atmospheric black metal. Yeah. Like that he basically is atmospheric black metal. Like he basically created it. Yeah. I'm not gonna say he created it, but he just so
he's a pioneer.
Like this riff just so simple, but it's just so hypnotic. Plays like throughout almost the entire song, like non-stop. So you just get into like this trance with it, and like there's like the keys in the background of it, which like complement it so well, and just forms this very very thick and just dark atmosphere. Yeah, and it's like, what else can be said? It's just, I had to pick it. It's just so iconic.
Great pick.
Love that riff.
Yeah. My number 3 is by a band that's been previously mentioned, Metallica, from the same album, And Justice for All. Very, very hard pick, but I had to go with the intro riff to Harvester of Sorrow. Yeah, man. I mean, what is there to say? What else is there to say? Metallica, the ultimate riff band.
Pure riffage.
Well, not the ultimate riff band. I'll get to the ultimate riff band after this, in my next 2 picks. But anyway, Harvest of Sorrow, what a song. I was debating between this song and The Thing That Should Not Be. Both of probably their heaviest songs that I've ever written, and fuck, like, it's just, that intro is just one of the best sounding parts of the whole album, in my opinion. Just that production that you don't really hear much of in the rest of the album, like that undertone that I was just mentioning before.
Yeah, like you don't really hear those effects. Really Metallica in general, but like on the rest of the album, I don't think there's like anything else like it. No. So I just had to go with that. Also, it's such a fun riff to play all the time. Yeah. If I'm ever testing out any sort of clean tone, I'm always testing out that beginning riff. So that's my number 3 pick. I'm so sorry, Metallica.
Nice.
Top 2.
Top 2. Here we go. So my number 2 is from Animals as Leaders. So one of my all-time favorite bands, definitely probably top 3. Nefeli, however the fuck you say it. Yeah. Again, extremely Meshuggah inspired. Low-tuned 8-string song. One of the first, like, properly heavy songs that I heard when I was younger that I, like, absolutely loved. Like, I would have heard it in, like, probably for the first time in, like, year 5 or something. And then I went back and really got into it in year 8. And that album, Joy Emotion, is, like, a top 3 album easily for me. And then that song as the closer. Heaviest riff on the album for sure. So groovy. Like, yeah. Pretty brutal. Get some like very dissonant chords in there as well. Yeah, love it.
Tossing the Barcy, what a player.
Insane.
Great pick.
Yeah, I'm already tossing up between this list. I'm at
Me
I'm at
too.
the I'm at
honestly.
the top two, and I'm considering just like swapping them.
Yeah,
But fuck it, it's too late. Okay, Nile. I don't know how to pronounce this song. Forgive me. I couldn't find anywhere how to pronounce it. I think it's pronounced Uza Mitri or something.
Oh,
This is the fourth track off of Annihilation of the Wicked. This
Yep.
song is at 5 minutes 30 seconds. So this riff is just like it's like a deep cut. It's just like smack dab in the middle of like their biggest album. It only repeats 4 times, like only for 30 seconds long, and it's just like one of like in my opinion, it's their most like well constructed riff.
yeah.
It's just like so goddamn heavy. It's complicated. It's just like the song is just like this 9-minute long epic that like they've done like multiple times, like these long epic tracks, and it just complements like everything else. It's just like such a good payoff after like the rest of like what came before, and it's just
Yeah.
it's like such an underrated riff. Like I barely see anyone talk about it.
Yeah, I agree. That fucking guitar tone as well. I'd say one of the best ever.
Yeah.
In like not only in death metal but in metal in general. That guitar tone is so.
Just like the tone of the whole album in general is it's just so well produced,
It's
and it was like such a huge step up in production compared to even, like the album that came like right before it.
Yeah,
Like not bad production, but just like it did sound kind of like more like old school death metal, and then like only a few years later it was like this. Just sounds like it could have came out today.
yeah. It's so. The production is just so huge.
Yeah.
Like it's just so in your fucking face.
Yeah.
Um,
So here's a however you pronounce it, underrated riff.
Nice.
sick. Fucking
Good.
amazing pick. Alright, my number 2 is by the Riff Band. Previously mentioned before, Crowbar. To Carry the Load. Odd Follows Rest. I mean, how could I fucking not pick this song? Like, one of the best breakdowns. I had to include one breakdown in this list, and it's that. I'm gonna say it. Best breakdown of all time. To Carry the Load. Hands fucking down. Just a minute and 20 seconds or some shit of build up, and then it just hits you in the fucking face.
I should have put that on my list.
Oh man.
Shit, what was I thinking?
That song was my number 1,
Yeah.
but I switched it with another song.
Fuck.
But
Such a good pick.
yeah,
It's just heavy.
It's
that's
just
all.
heavy.
That's all you can describe.
That's all it is.
It's so fucking heavy.
Kirk Winstein, the riff god of all riff gods. Now, yeah, that's my number 2 pick.
I gained 200 pounds just by listening to that.
Me too. If you look up Crowbar merch right now and you go to the first t-shirt, 5XL is going to be sold out because of me.
It's the lowest size.
Yeah, it's the lowest sign that's sold out.
Alright.
Alright, it's that
Number
time.
one.
It's
that time.
It's that time.
For you, it probably will not be any surprise because there's one band that I've left off this list that wouldn't be hard for you guys to predict. So Periphery, obviously, my all-time favorite band. Again, hard to pick the riff. I was tossing up between many: Marigold, Sentient Glow, Scarlet, Zagreus, Wildfire, Blood Eagle. Goes on. But I went with Reptile, the opening riff.
It's coming
When I first heard Periphery, first time in year 10, I heard Marigold first and then I heard Reptile afterwards. And 16-minute epic blew me away from start to finish. At the time, I wasn't big on the growls, but musically, I was just blown away. And that riff is like classic Mark Holcomb riff, like extremely bouncy, all over the fretboard, hammer-on slides, open string stuff, like classic Mark riff, fun to play as well. Just like it's got all these like bluesy licks in there, and like that kind of bluesy lick. It's just, and the way it comes out, like after like the minute of like the orchestral open as well to set up the song. I just love it. Not the heaviest, but so groovy. The singing the vocals as well matches it, like just fits so well with it. Yeah, that's my pick.
Nice. Great pick. Great song. What an opener.
Indeed.
What an opener.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Alright,
So-
I think I know what it is.
You might. I don't know. So, Opeth had to be my number one, like, possibly my favourite band ever. And for favourite riff of all time, favourite Opeth riff, I'm going with Face of Melinda, the first distorted riff.
I was waiting for Blackwater Park again.
It would have been funny if like all three of us had
That's
Blackwater
what I was
Park.
thinking.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, Face of Melinda, like, I said the same thing for Quintessence and Dunkelheit as well. This riff just, like, makes the song, like, what it is for me. It's just, like, there's, like, almost, like, 5 minutes of just, like, build-up to it, and then it just pays off with this riff, and it's just, like, it's just so, like, Opeth sounding.
Yeah.
If there was just, like, any way to describe it, it's, like, complex sounding. I don't know if it is complex. I don't know shit about guitar. But it's just like, yeah, this long build up, just this payoff of this riff. It's just like very like epic and just like emotional sounding as well. And like in like the context of the actual like concept behind Still Life as well, this song is kind of like a turning point as well in that story.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, that just Opeth had to be a number one for me, and I just, yeah, Face of Melinda. It's a beautiful riff.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright.
Here we go.
My number one is by a band that I think once I say it, you're going to think, oh, yeah. Black Sabbath.
Okay.
Yeah.
The album is Master of Reality, the closing track, Into the Void. Again, another closing track. I've got a few closing tracks on here, but yeah, that is by far, like, it's one of the heaviest riffs ever written. It's the base of any sludge or doom metal band that has ever come out. Like, that riff is just so groovy, so slow, and just, even the verse riff that comes in after that is just so heavy. The album in general, Master of Reality, is just, I think, like, I've heard a lot of people say this, and I agree, that this is, like, probably the first, like, doom metal, sludge metal album that has ever come out. But, the reason why this is my number one, and not to carry the load, like, the reason why I switched them is because I was playing the guitar a couple of days ago, and I could not decide which of those two was going to be my number one. So what did I do? I played both on the guitar. And I thought, and when I played To Carry the Load, I was like, fuck, this is heavy. And then when I played Into the Void, I was like, fuck, this is heavy. But I just had this feeling that I cannot describe. It was a gut feeling that I had when I played it, and I was like, this is number one without a fucking doubt. Tony Iommi is just the
Legend.
the fucking
Absolute
legend. Like, just, yeah. What else is there to say? It's just, Black Sabbath, absolutely legendary band. Master of Reality is just unbelievable album, and the fact that they closed off with a song as heavy as this for the time is unbelievable. So yeah, Into the Void is my favorite. The intro riff is my favorite riff of all time.
Nice.
That's it.
There you go.
So yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
Done
That's
it.
the top 10. Yeah. So
What now?
All of our picks will be different next week.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
But what a fucking challenge that was too,
That was
for me
amazing.
at least.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
But
first creating like a list of riffs, but then to like condense it to 10
To
and
narrow
then
it
rank
down.
them as well.
The ranking part.
Nah,
Like,
that's
especially
brutal.
just picking like a favorite riff of all time.
yeah,
It's hard. It's
Yeah.
not easy. It's like it's already hard enough to pick your favorite riff from a certain band or artist, but just
Especially-
ranking everything and then picking an all-time favorite.
yeah.
Not
Especially if it's a band that you really, really like, and it's just you cannot like with a band that you really like. You're just so unbiased, and you just like everything that they do. So it's just like
Yeah.
I felt that with like nearly every band that I put on this list.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I had fun making it too. That was really enjoyable. But yeah, well, thank you for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
Comment which one was your favorite riff.
No,
No, don't do that.
do it if you want, but
Pretty
we're
gay.
not gonna force you to do it.
Can someone please tell me how to pronounce Who's It Met Ray? The Nile song.
Yeah, if you're
Just someone.
And the other one as well. The
Hey.
Quintessence.
Quintessence.
Oh yeah.
Just
if you're
someone help me, please.
Egyptian,
I don't even know if it's in Egyptian.
anyway, if
If
you're
you're Egyptian and you know this person.
have you seen this
Have
man?
you seen this man?
All right, see you later.
Ciao.